Hello. Yeah, sorry about that. Spinning a lot of plates, a lot of directions. I was like, thought I had to do triage, but actually, like, yeah, we don't have to talk about it. But yeah, okay, we do get the stream. I did do battles already. I thought I was gonna be in the sneaking battles when I should be phone held sideways type of beat. We made it. Wow, insane. Hello. Weirdly enough, my lighting looks okay, even though it's incredibly dark here right now. Of course, it's out gradually exaggerated, more or less. Anyway, my stuff's still not set up. It actually looks decently okay, but just to, if anything breaks, not shocking to me. He did not hold the line, unfortunately, but he did a lot of damage along the way. Yeah, it's Ezra time. I feel very highly about this character. Not to say that he is infallible, but if there was ever a character that demanded your respect, like I think Ezra is genuinely stronger than Commander Tano. Now, he is a bit high investment. He is, the more you put into him, the more you get out of him. But I think if you understand what makes that character tick, good God, 3v3 is just... yeah. So we got a lot of defense holds, which means we have budget to theoretically screw around, but at the same time, I should probably, because I do technically have to leave. Yeah, let's push some buttons. Let's kill some teams. Let's get this knocked out. And also, let's talk about the bottom wall fights in a second here. Okay, he has that. Oh, thank God, this is why I love good prepper modding. This is why GAC loadouts. If 000 went first here, this was actually losable, or at least would have gotten way messier. But instead, I get to push the die button, and then she falls under. That was not falling under. That was just falling. Don't want your 000 to be faster than BT1, folks. Unless you need it for a very specific reason, BT1 just flows so much better in a lot of ways. If you don't have to worry about haywire against a squishy target in some fights. There are, like, some arguments in some cases, but again, like, you really want to decide what you would use them for going in. Okay, quick chat. Because I did the bottom wall thinking I was out of time. Couple of things. This Jabba had regen and resist with tenacity. This is what I was talking about a few days ago. I've been running it myself. It's been doing pretty well. And I used Nisus against it, and I thought, well, I'll just give it a 100% potency cron. That'll be enough. And it wasn't. I was stonewalled. So, and because I progressed through the fight, I got to Marin versus Jabba Last Standing, auto basic, he was sitting at full health, which is how my holds went as well. That was the expected outcome. So I said, okay, we got to dig our way out. Because my best guess is, even though Marin has very good potency, it must be calculating the debuffs from Talzin and Asajj. Their potency is not good enough, even with the Datacron support. That, yeah, it was keeping Jabba afloat. So started cycling Marin revives. This is why modding is so fucking key for this counter, because, again, normally I would say never touch Marin revive outside of, like, the support crown meta. But I cycled to Asajj, and it didn't work first try, but I was able to cycle to Asajj to keep heal block for long enough that Asajj got the heal block down, she died, Jabba only got one turn off, and then I killed him before the second turn. It's a spicy fight. Definitely either gonna have to try to shift some mod budget over to potency, but even then I don't know that we could really have enough. It's doable, but be prepared going in, and you need to know the game plan, and you need to play for that game plan, because time was tight. I had like 40 seconds left, I think, when I won. And And I got fairly lucky with RNG. Like, I hit Asajj revive on both times, right? If you hit the Talzin revive instead, you need to know that gameplay, that you can belt those turns out to cycle back to Asajj. And you need your body to be correct, that Talzin will just kill herself for you, that you don't need to wait. Past that. JMK Plo here, nothing fancy. I would really like to get off of JMK Plo, just because I'd like to free up Plo for other purposes, various other teams, but I'm trapped for now. Okay, the Leia. I am pretty sure, actually, that Gar ISC can clean up Leia. I ran Gar ISC Piet against Leia. I did Inquisitors first, got the double death mark, killed the size, no revive, it's fine. I still think Reva can possibly win that duel, but I'm not built for it this week, so we work with what we got. And then I tried Gar lead ISC Piet. I got Leia dead once, and I got her down to 50% health remaining before I fell into what I'm about to talk about with the modding here in a second. Leia kept not stun-locking, the lock days. My ISC is not built to be fast, he's built to be tenacity and offense, because I don't want to get debuffed, and I want him to hit hard. He needs more speed because Leia just kept on lapping him, so that even though it's only a one-turn daze, he's just so fucking slow that I couldn't actually get the daze off to actually finish her off. If I just correct for that, that's not a shabby two-shot option at all. One thing very worth mentioning, though, is her baseball bat was like 3 turns off on cooldown. It took a long time for it to come out the first time, which helped get the revive out the first time. I would imagine as long as it's solved for not getting daze locked forever, even if the preload isn't as good, it's probably still fine. But that being said, the quality of the preload did not fucking hurt. It would probably be a good thing to pay attention to if it's something that you're interested in trying. Yeah, BKM was actually a fairly spotty fight because I really need to fix making my BAM faster than BKM. I try to slow play it. The thing that really hangs this squad, and I talked about this when the Datacron set came out, as intriguing as Maul Revives sounds, the fact that he resets all of his anguish just diffuses the bomb entirely, that it's like, yeah, okay, you're back, but I already killed you twice now, right? I got through the DI on the burst the first time, and I killed you a second time, and you reset your timer, and we already established that I can beat your timer out. That, yeah, right? Like, my first actual Maul kill, he was at 4 anguish, and LV was an ult, so theoretically, if he got those blasts off, it at least gets sweaty where I would need to hope that he doesn't target BKM. So yeah, right now I'm just Malicos gambling. I'm probably just going to leave it that way. I don't know. Malicos gambling hasn't even paid off yet, even though it should be a 1 in 3. But yeah. What do I tell you? What mods to farm on Hermit Ezra? So I don't love the mods that I have, but here is what I have. Also, do note that this is not what I have in lock for this week. I did some slicing since then. Mods are not final. But speed set, defense set with either 3 or 4 health primary. Right now, I have stolen away some health and stolen away some armor. I was at like 120k health and 68% armor before, but the speed was much slower. I've tried shifting him even faster. But yeah, so the speed the stat prioritization for me for Ezra is speed highest priority. I think the character just flows very fucking well with speed. It's just a really good stat for him. It helps him retaunt. Not necessarily saying speed set is a must, but it's just the angle that I'm trying right now because I think people are very frequently going to try to stun lock him, and we don't have a great solution to get out of the stun lock, but at least with high speed we can put more pressure, whereas a slower Ezra, that if that stun lasts, they're just gonna be happy with that, right? So it's not a great solution, but it's the theory. And then, yeah, health primary is just because most of the matchups, like, I don't want to protection mod and give Malicos a free ride because he can't be evaded either. And then it's all just ratios and balancing past that fact, right? It's how much health do we feel like we need, how much defense do we feel like we need. Offense is something I've talked about a lot. I know people care about it more than I do. It's not that I don't care about it. Also, Wolfman, thank you for the 32 months of resubbing. I said I wanted to farm specifically. Yeah, no, this is exactly what I'm talking about here. My prioritization is speed first, and then defense and health, and technically protection as well. Like, you're not sad to have protection. He uses it well, but just trying to, again, work around Malicos. It's not as high of a priority. The third issue is I think Starkiller can adjust their modding, which whether people are going to be willing to do that or not. Even though we have insanely high base tenacity and we get a bunch for free with Purgle migration, I do think we actually want to splash some tenacity just to be able to do the due diligence on the start and make sure that we can fucking resist. You know, once we get 2 turns off, then we're pretty much chilling. But there is still leeway in between that tenacity is actually something that you should probably worry about doing first. And then my fourth priority would be offense. So I'm not doing offense set, I'm not doing offense primaries. Offense secondaries, I'm more than happy to have. But again, if I'm farming mods for him, this is the ideal mod, I would say. Health primary, high speed, got some offense, got some tenacity, mostly focused on defense. If I had my way, I would have shifted. The defense roll is already kind of bad, I believe. Yeah, it's 3 low rolls. I would love to see 5 rolls here and here, and then just take a little bit of offense for value. But yeah. The Ezra that I have this week is a little bit lower budget, but not much further off. I gotta go to the first step. What do you mean? Yeah, this Ezra is, I think, 365 with the higher health and higher defense, so not bad by any means. Also, Datacron-wise, I've just given him... Why am I in Leia? It's because I'm looking for Palcron. Yeah, I just focused on stats. I just focused on defense. Again, I think Ezra, you want to make him as sticky and annoying and a piece of shit as possible. And then also, kind of talking about what I said before, if I'm trying to cycle out of stuns to put more pressure, if they're using JMK, this won't do anything. But if they're using JMK, I don't think you can defend against a properly played JMK, so I'm not really worried about that. And then, yeah, not worried about Ufu Kron, not worried about Jedi Kron, not worried about any of that shit. I'm just on combat stats. I just want to, yeah, really make him annoying to get through. Possible that we could be on CA Arrow or something like that, but again, this is just kind of a neutral base to start with before I worry about 3x defense set or Avoid Arrow, Tenacity Cross, or any conversations from there. So far, I'm happy. Oh, I lied. Yeah. Right. So Bad Batch lost this horribly last time, and Padme won, but I don't know if Padme was, super convincing. But maybe we try it again just because it's interesting. Is there a Gungan squad, by the way? There is not. We could try Bad Batch against this. Bad Batch has been spotty lately. Tank revive. 5 sec? I don't remember if that prevents his own revive or if that's just because we're used to being under gas. Can't be revived. Yeah, no, 100%. That would have been... Oh, I lived in an alternate universe for a second. That team was actually kind of interesting. Yeah, I really need to just, force myself to use Padme more to get a better idea of where she sits, because I do think my modding is probably a little bit too budget for them right now, and I don't have a good cron for them. Yeah, Ahsoka... Not good. Not fucking good. No wonder she's getting nuked. And I don't really have a Datacron to make up for it. That's my max. Ooh. I mean, we can talk about, light side region on buffs or whatever. Yeah, maybe. I mean, this is not something we're in the market for. If anyone dies, I doubt it's gonna be a mace, but technically this it's... We don't mind having some control. On JMK struggle. Jedi Stunlock is doing a lot to lock down Ezra right now, that any squad that has access to it has a far, far better chance of just effectively deleting Ezra from existence just by sheer virtue of stopping him from playing the video game. It's gonna take some, specific gameplay to make sure that it all goes well, but I do think it is possible. I mean, he's already stunned, and I think he has cleanse. I don't think any of the others do. I'm gonna take a basic. It's gonna kill an Enoch. I know I was pretty harsh against Enoch when Enoch came out with Enoch lead. The one thing I will say to partially amend that is criticism was mostly 5v5 oriented, and I really don't know what to think about 3v3 knock, so to speak. I do actually have a strong feeling, though, that I think Enoch will prove to be a bit potent when it comes to countering some of the power teams right now. That I would not be shocked if it ends up feeling not worth using Enoch lead just because he opens up some... I'm not going to call it off meta, because it's not, but just like... You know, what if, like, Sith Eternal Emperor with Enoch versus fucking Great Mothers is possible? Well, that would be a point of interest, right? But that's for me to find out. With how good the defense is doing this season, I'm in a good position to be able to YOLO test it. Yeah, even with crappy Ahsoka, like, I feel like we're in good amount of control here. Really, it's just the DTP AoE grenades that we need to worry about controlling more so than Night Trooper. If anything, Night Trooper is giving us shielding. I should stop stunning him. DTP is the dick. Right, alert comes up, so now... Well, I mean, we're stopping DTP, so we're stopping him from assisting. I guess it's all the same. But still, we don't want to allow the grenade. Why not, I guess? I need to reread things, but I could have sworn that they were supposed to die once Enoch was dead at like 3 stacks or something. Shows what I know. These fucking zombies. Not wrong. Not wrong at all. Assuming it's got the regen on assist, JKR would be pretty miserable here. Would CLS be interesting at all? We don't love being exposed, problem. And Jin might actually have enough potency to threaten us. I don't know if I've actually fought this team this season, actually. That is not a complaint by any means, but fuck. Inside, I guess. I mean, what jumps out that isn't overkill is, I guess, the question. My gut says that this team is lesser than the sum of its parts. People are apparently winning with bounty hunters. Oh yeah, wasn't it back in the day it was Dad Bod Boba over Grief. But like you give them so much more assist. I think they have so much more tempo. It was a race, and with Dad Bod Boba, it was a race you won. I can't imagine it's a race you expect to win with that data ground right now. I mean, we have shit like Sith Empire, yeah, but that feels a little bit cheap. Cheap isn't unfair, not cheap isn't low cost. We're using Phoenix, that makes sense, but Captain Rex is indisposed. Bad Batch, I would also imagine, is a little bit spooky. Would we rather Bad Batch against Rex or against Radis? Radis is the less likely to be a consistent matchup, but it's kind of fun. I guess a better question is, what are people using against me? Someone lost with Boss, lost with JKL, lost with... They won with Malgus. I mean, there's Sith Empire rearing its head. If we had more time, I'd put it up on screen, but I'm just gonna scroll and read it out. Roll out for Ada. They did not find Malgus. They used Treya. Man. How sweaty could we get here? You can, like, try to outplay Radis ults with GMI spread off of something like this. GMI third. The CLS is too assist dependent. That regen is not going to be exposable. This seems crazy to me, but, like, I don't have a good angle immediately to say why it's wrong. I mean, maybe something like this just to tank through the ults, but you still, like, you're assisting a lot. You're going to get exposed a lot. You can maybe run Barris as a buffer just to try to get the exposes off of you. But that's a little bit optimistic. Yeah, let's try it. Jin can't be stunned. Radis, I believe, can? But dude, again, the Cal exposes are fucking terrifying here. These stats do nothing for us, but whatever. My health crowns suck. So the TMR isn't happening as planned. I don't want to pass the Basilisk because I don't want us to be counterattacking more. I want us to be counterattacking less. But we make Retribution. I hate you. This could be a Sith Empire fight situation where we're just kind of happy to see Bastila die. Could very easily be the case. Or we could just lose Basila's shield. For reasons. If we had the heal here, we could... Wait, it's back? There's some spaghetti going on, I think. Could really use it equalize. I don't know how it. There's not nothing there, but man, using Barris heal was kind of pointless. And the problem is she auto cleanses weakest, and weakest was not always most debuffs. All right, I'll pay the blood money. I mean, I felt pretty decent about Radis, but I guess I didn't really expect him to evaluate that highly. Not that I'm complaining. Good on him. I do not have Gideon. Okay. How are the cats doing? They're teenagers now, basically. They're like 6 months. Health problems are mostly fine. There's one that's feels incredibly skinny to me, but like he seems to eat fine. He's hyperactive. I think he's anxious. So it's like he might just have an insane metabolism. I can't rule that out. I don't think we want to use lightning. We don't want to feed them explosives for free. Wedge Rillo Bays works if you land the ability block on matter. Just leave Rillo. Just like keep cycling. Wouldn't you be fucking terrified of a counterattack? I want to say Rillo has high. Oh. I'm gonna let that fear pass. Same deal. Okay. Wedge Rollo Bay. So Bay is pre-taunts, and I assume you're just hoping he doesn't take a turn so the taunt sits. Interesting. We should actually make some zone progress just to make sure the win isn't in question. I need to start poking with the Zori more and see what they're capable of. That Gungan fight was decently close. Not that this is a particularly taxing team. Oh, it's a tech revive. Why do I keep on doing this move instead of actually dispelling 40? My god. I want to say L3 doesn't cleanse until end of turn, so can't really stop the exposes from existing when they matter. Fine enough. Okay, we're doing okay on time. I mean, 3 scary teams here, but I don't think the opponent can clear us, so technically we don't have to fight them. I know it can't be revived. I think I'm becoming a doubter real quick. Not a stun, unfortunately. Not a whole lot for Nest to counter. I feel like Pau could just shred him easily. If he just feels bored. The shock stopping him from regenerating at all is fucking brutal. Lando could technically stop it. Okay. Let's physically kill a couple more. Lame boring, but this might give us a few more interesting fights to just knock this out fast. Yep. I feel like my Ray and my Set Eternal need remods. Really a lot of characters at this point. C versus Maze flashbacks. Isn't he like unable to be defeated the first time? It would seem not. I thought we had Jedi Revive block, but I think that's only on for a special. It would appear. Let's say TM is pretty much what we're looking for. Just try to keep high tempo. Yeah, this fight got choppy recently, and I don't fully know why. That feels a little bit weird. It feels like the ordering is a little bit off. No, seems to be okay. Weird. Couldn't tell you. It might have just been support cron causing some extra damage, making things sweaty. I don't entirely remember what the enemy data cron was during the period. $57. I got shit like Starkiller left. We could try this like without it being Rex 5s. Like technically Rex Nuke was the most scary thing, but I do think we're just lacking firepower at the moment. I kind of shifted him away from damage modding as well. Because I thought I was going to be using with BKM against Gungans a lot more. Anything of interest? Not really. Not awful here, actually. I get the feeling I'm going to regret greeting on weapon tech instead of regen tech. Considering she's probably protection built. And she's also dazed, means that we're getting pull call for value. Have some protection redone. Have some more protection redone. It would be real lovely if this worked. It worked. That was real lovely. Done, but we shrug it off immediately. But we are running out of days. And that's when things start to hurt. Fucking ass. We could win this on Savior, actually. Oh, you... Wait. What? Wow. Actually, got a second turn. Farewell. Got it. If I just kept him on more offense than that. The Jedi stun means no stupidity allowed. We actually might get blown out on this, but they don't have a turn meter train. Surely that's enough. Surely that extra starting tenacity. Well, in for a penny. I'm worried about the extra tenacity, but bet most Mothmas aren't actually built for tenacity to begin with, so my fears are a little bit unfounded. I just used a lot of toys. I don't actually know if I have a toy for you. This always works with zero complications whatsoever. I just send it. Consider it sent. But like if like they have momentum now, right? Like it's not gonna happen past this point anyway. That's the dynamic. Yeah, I'm not sure I have terribly much in the revive preventing variety beyond this. I mean, it would take like a multi-shot with like bounty type beats. Desperation, JKR Mark Warrior type shit. Doesn't exist. Like what you really want here is like an AoE damage deal. Yeah. Oh well. Alright. I'm gonna get out of here. Have that. This historically is actually kind of spotty if I remember right. Not when that happened. Okay. Yep, I'm out of here. Enjoy your Thursday. We'll be back soon. But I got to stream a little bit and yeah, talk through all the good shit. Anyway, later.